Gutierrez Keaton. I work in the Department of Educational Leadership with the Masters of Science in Higher Education and with the EDD with a community college emphasis.
So the MSHE program, it's a master's program meant for students who are interested in working in higher education, specifically in student affairs. So there are a number of students already working in the field or students interested in working in higher education in a multitude of areas. So it's a really diverse program.
I chose the program because I had a lot of really good experiences within the student affairs realm as an undergrad. I also wanted to be as queer as possible in an area where I feel like it's okay to be authentically myself, and I felt student affairs was that realm.
I chose the MSHE program for two simple reasons. I wanted to go into a program that would help me understand the educational institutions and the systems of higher education with the goal of creating my own nonprofit in order to help underserving, underrepresented African American and other minority students to enter into college and succeed through college. And it's done me great thus far within my career.
Our program is designed for working professionals, whether people work part-time as a graduate assistant or full-time as a full-time professional. There's one night a week, typically when you have both of your classes. So one class goes from 4 to 6:45, then there's a little dinner break, and then the next class starts at 7:15 and goes till 10 p.m.
I'm Dr. Carol Lundberg. I teach the educational research course in the MSHE. In the summer, you'll take classes 2 nights a week. The rest of the year is just 1 night a week, but in summer you'll be here for 2 nights a week. But it's a fun summer. You'll be together with your cohort and learning some interesting things in a more intensive kind of way.
The Center for Research and Educational Access and Leadership is a research center that supports the doctoral program and is engaged in eliminating the achievement gap and opportunity gap that exists in the educational system in the United States. Students take the lead in research projects like the Migrant Education Program and Allied Health Program that encourages and supports students of color achieving in education and learning. We have opportunities for students in the master's program to engage in field work experiences here, to serve as graduate assistants here in the office, and also to volunteer if you don't have time to commit to doing field work or being a GA. We look forward to working with you in the Center for Research and Educational Access and Leadership.
Hi, I'm Dr. Beckham. I'm faculty in the MSHE program and I teach the fieldwork courses. Students don't just go out and do their fieldwork hours. We're there with them throughout the process. They have a learning contract. We help them make sure they're learning what they need to learn, in addition to the site and the supervisor and all the activities they have there. We meet regularly during the semester to process what they're learning. It's an invaluable experience to be able to be a student in a site and a professional.
The MSHE faculty was able to provide me with support and guidance during my fieldwork. One of the lessons I learned was being intentional. I sought out a very specific type of supervisor for my fieldwork experience. Because of this conversation with my advisor, I was able to find a fieldwork supervisor who not only shared my passion for student life and campus activities, but also understands the challenges of being a queer person of color in student affairs and how to survive and maybe also thrive within the spaces as well.
Every course is different and every course has group work because we typically work in cohorts, and so everybody's responsible to help each other succeed. In the cohort model, there's a lot of group projects and the groups change every semester, so there's typically case study presentations, there's research projects, there's work out in the community with the Maywood Education Fair and trying to have students apply what they're learning in real time.
I think the most beautiful part of the program was the cohort style of the program. I appreciate each and every one of my cohort mates for they challenged me inside and outside of class.
My experience with the MSHE program was ultimately a really great one. I truly feel that the cohort model is what helped me to persist, because being able to see my peers and future colleagues, going through it really helped me to stay focused. It helped me to stay motivated, and it really just inspired me to do my best work.
We believe that students who come into our program come with many, many assets. So what we do is use this concept of community cultural wealth and try to identify and help students develop that, and that helps with our work with the community, because part of what happens in the community work is understanding that everybody in the community there, in many different communities, have their own forms of community cultural wealth. So we work with the city of Maywood and the community of the southeast cities of Los Angeles, and do an educational fair every year. That helps us develop a sense of community in our own cohort, helps us to develop a sense of responsibility in the community as we do the work there.
Maywood is really interesting when you are on the planning side of it and really invested in the community. It's definitely an experience. It's really great seeing and talking to all these parents and all of these students who are, wanting to go out and get an education, and seeing a lot of parents who also become invested in wanting to pursue their own education. It's really uplifting.
The highlight of my Maywood experience specifically was outreaching in the community and just having honest conversations about what resources and connections we could provide them with. I played a role in providing educational resources to a community that does not have immediate access to these opportunities. So interacting with the community and providing them with resources really just affirmed my purpose in higher education and how I wanted to give back to underserved populations.
I'm Dingjo Curry, Distinguished Faculty in a Leadership Department. I am here to tell you about a little extra bonus you can earn while you're in the program. It's a community college certificate program. By taking one extra class in doing field work in a community college setting, you can earn this certificate, which really enhances your portfolio and also give you a glimpse and understanding of the community college system, in addition to starting your wonderful community college network.
We have an amazing program here at Cal State Fullerton, and I really hope that as you're looking for where the best fit for you is, that this program is one that you'll consider because of its diversity, because of the cohort model, because of the advising, the student-led leadership programs, and the great success of our alums, many of whom you've probably met out in the field. So look forward to seeing your application and talking with you here at Fullerton.